It has run some 4,000 times, and it certainly has damaged Charlie Crist. But it turns out the claims the man in this ad makes are misleading.
Scott Rothstein swindled a lot of people, me included. He bankrupted many families.
Hold it there. The guy in this ad was not bankrupted by Scott Rothstein. His name is Dean Kretschmar. He's 41 and lives in a multi-million-dollar mansion in Fort Lauderdale. He invested $8 million with Rothstein, but got most of his money back through a lawsuit. His attorney is Bill Scherer, a close ally of Rothstein's and a supporter of Rick Scott. Governor, the ad that is running in this market all the time that shows Scott Rothstein and Charlie Crist, the man who speaks in the ad, it turns out from a Miami Herald story that in fact he wasn't really swindled. He got most of his money back, and the ad appears to be misleading. Is it misleading?
No, that's absolutely true. I mean, this individual was a victim of both Scott Rothstein and Charlie Crist. Both of them promised things, and they didn't come through.
If there is any state in America today that is seeking to elect a governor tomorrow that is more cliche-filled, fraud-ridden, and laughably dishonest in so many ways we cannot even begin to comprehend, then the state of Florida. Honestly, you couldn't get dirtier than if you stood under a helicopter dropping animal dung from 5,000 feet. Let's move on, because despite the fact Florida has the reputation of being Florida when it comes to the overall intelligence of the people who reside there, you would think that no matter what the ads say, people would be smart enough to understand these are often partisan plugs that are chock full of the sweetest smelling bovine excrement money can buy.
But one Floridian's benefiting. Rick Scott drank from a fountain of campaign cash from the company that profited off pollution.
Also, notice the text on your screen. Rick Scott, $200,000 from oil interest. Is that true? Not really. It's misleading at best. Here's what we independently confirmed. The company that actually did the drilling never gave Governor Scott money, but the company that did lease the land to the drilling company did. The Collier family, as in the wealthy descendants of Baron Collier, for whom Collier County is named after, gave a total of $200,000 to Governor Scott's Let's Get to Work campaign last year. Now, we contacted NextGen and asked them to prove the claims they're making against Governor Scott in this ad. So far, as of this airtime, no response.
The gubernatorial battle being waged in Florida has successfully set new lows when it comes to truth, fairness, fact-checking, and overall seeking to tell the electorate anything that sniffs close to reality. And there's no logical reason to separate the two men from the political putrid line of demarcation. Both men have enough questionable marks on their resumes to fill a SeaWorld whale tank. And more than any other high-ranking vote in this midterm, Florida is truly the no-win state, a place where people are openly admitting they're attaching clothespins to their nostrils and refusing to breathe when casting ballots. I started something of a discourse on my personal Facebook page over the weekend, and some of what I got back spoke to the complete stench fest American politics has become. Names have been shortened to protect the innocent. For instance, let's get to it. First up, one person answered back, both suck, but Scott has done well and done what he said he would do. Crist has said what he wants you to hear. Next up, Charlie Crist has never even owned a home or paid property taxes, never had to deal with homeowners insurance, nothing. He rented for years until he married his multimillionaire wife. He's always been a user, a chameleon. We knew it in the GOP, but we were stuck with him. Anyone who thinks he cares about anyone other than himself is delusional. Next up, I am so repulsed by either choice, I'm dropping off our absentee ballots Monday morning on the way to work so that I'm over Sunday's nausea of who I select, and no, you won't ever know who my prom date is. Next, I'm a registered Republican. I voted for many, even some libertarians, but if I had to choose offering my guest room to a blowhard, Crist, or a criminal Scott, no contest. I will again cast my vote for Crist, even though he's, as of today, a Democrat. And here's the last one. Crist just strikes me as a crooked politician, and we don't need any more of them. But like they say, both candidates are the lesser of two evils. And there's the core of what resides in the political septic tank in America, the lesser of two evils. Not the best person for the job, but the one who won't screw blue and tattoo people at a level we would be able to understand as it's happening. Doesn't make the people of any Florida any dumber than anybody else, maybe smarter than the average bore, but realizing out loud they're just as helpless as everybody else in having at least one person from any political party tell them the truth. Hey, break up the deodorizer and body wash, Florida. You're going to need it. And that is telling it like it is. Next hour here on MidPoint, Republicans best be careful they are not underestimating Democrats come that election day. That and much more right here on MidPoint.